Hi, my name is Amanda and today I'll be doing a tutorial on how to configure DHCP and DNS. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol and DNS stands for Domain Name Server. So I'm going to start off by clicking on Server Manager in my Server 2008 machine. And I need for it to load. There you can see a summary of our server. We're going to scroll down so you can see the option to add a role. So we're going to scroll this further down. And we're going to click add roles option. So before we begin, they're just giving us some stuff that we need to verify, and we're going to click next. We're going to select DHCP server, and you can see the current IP address and it's of IPv4. We're going to verify our DNS server address. And we're going to add a scope. So our scope name will be new scope. Our starting IP address will be 192.168.0.100.1, sorry. And our ending IP address will be 192.168.0. It's actually going to be .100, the last set of digits, and .199 for starting and ending IP address respectively. We're going to enter our subnet mask of 255.255.255.0 and our default D2, which is 192.168.0.1. I'm going to click OK, and you can see the IP address change for our scope. Now, we're going to enable DHCP v6 stateless mode. We're going to actually disable it, sorry. We're going to use the current credentials. We're under our administrator account. Then just a confirmation. So then agree all the settings that we have and information about our space. And then we're going to click install. So our DHCP server has been successfully installed. So I'm going to close that and log on to our Linux Vista machine. As an administrator. Building Pointer Network and Sharing Center and manage network connections. We're going to right click on our local area connection, go into our properties, and you can see that we are obtaining an IP address automatically, and also DNS address. So I'm going to close this off. And I'm going to go into command prompt. I'm going to run it as an administrator. So we're going to type ipconfig/all. And there you can see some information showing our host name, which is Windows Vista, which is the operating system we're using currently, our DNS suffix, amandadomain.com, node type, IP routing enable, etc. We also see an Ethernet adapter, local area connection, and some information regarding that. We're gonna take note of the IPv4 address and when we obtain the list. So we're gonna release it now. So we're gonna type ipconfig/release. Okay, and the release has been successful. So now we're gonna renew it so that you can see that we're pulling the IP address from the DHCP server. So we're gonna pay special attention the time we obtain the list again, and keep in mind the time that we got the list from before. So again, we can see the IP address, the subnet mask. So after we knew this, we're gonna click ipconfig all. And it's here we're gonna see the time we obtain the list. You can see the host name and the DNS suffix, etc. information. So we just wanted to show that we don't have a set IP address. We're getting it from the DHCP server, which is shown by the list times, right? So we're going to go into administrative tools, into DNS to configure it. So we're going to click on the Windows server, and we're going to go into click on the forward lookout zone. And you can see we also have the reverse lookup zone. So when we went to the forward lookup zone, we went to amandadomain.com. And you can see it's an Active Directory integrated primary. And we haven't added a zone yet, so we're not going to do that for the purpose of this tutorial. You're going to see that in the next tutorial. So we're just going to make some changes to the forward lookup zones alone. We went to Amanda domain, you can see the Windows server, the IP address, the Windows 7 machine, the Windows Vista machine. That's nice. So then we go into the properties of the Windows Server host. You see the host name, its fully qualified domain name, and its IP address. So you're going to create a new host and we're going to call it home server. We're going to enter the IP address 192.168.0.1. We're not going to create an associated pointer record because that's when you're going to use reverse lookup as well. And as I said before, we're not going to do that for this tutorial. So we're going to go into the command prompt and we're going to type ns lookup home server. And here you can see the server, the address, the name, the domain, the IP address. So we're going to create a new host again. And we're going to call it marketing. We're going to give it an IP address of 192.168.0.100. Again, we're not going to create an associated pointer record. And the host was successfully created. So we're going to go into command prompt and make sure via ns lookup and everything is okay. We're going to type ns lookup marketing. You can see the server, the host, the address, the name, and the IP address. Okay? So we're going to go into network. I'm going to type 2 backslashes marketing. We're going to search for it. And there you can see all the files and the marketing machine. See it showed up. So you can see we successfully configured the DNS server forward lookup, which is from the IP address to the English like name, which makes it easier to understand. So what a DNS server does is that it converts the IP address to some name and it converts the name to an IP address. So that was my tutorial on how to again configure DHCP and DNS. I hope it was informative. Thanks for watching.